Yeah, wasn't that the,
Yep, the head of the Eckworth Fund. Yes, yes, it was.
And she's clearly gone insane.
They don't usually put crazy people in charge of a $6 billion investment fund.
We missed a $2 million interest payment?
Gardner Ross has never missed an interest payment in its history. It's just a clerical error.
I never heard of the Cartesian bond. Do we sell that?
The Eckworth Fund says my father did.
Yeah, but the vendor listed, it's a shell company.
So, put someone on that, you know, check the database, find the original prospectus.
I'm sure it's just one of Cedric's tax-avoiding, OSC confounding revenue mazes.
What if it isn't a clerical error?
Someone's on the hook for $32 million.
About this Logan Pape issue you're pursuing on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
It's grossly overvalued.
That's why I'm shorting it.
It's selling at 6 times sales and 54 times earnings.
That's why I'm shorting it.
But if they win their patent war, it's going to skyrocket.
I'm betting they won't win.
Look, even if you're right, which you aren't, the stock can't fall any further than it has. The market is moving against you.
Well, around here, if we don't like a market, we move it. McGrath, what's with this Logan Pape issue? Yeah, well, see, I heard they lost the patent. Well, I heard the patent was refused. Yeah, well, see, I heard the patent was stolen. Well, that's not what I heard.
Oh, no.
What? Well, what happened? What?
They got the patent.
Here come the vultures.
Buy high, sell low.
Donnie!
Pete! Oh, man! Hey! Oh, I can't believe it! What are you doing here?
I brought you a present. Smells.
Certainly does. Ann, this is my old foreman from Baylor Falls, Pete Makershak.
Hey.
Pleased to meet you. This is my client from Ottawa, Senator Warren Bishop.
Hey.
Let me show you to the trading floor.
Hey, Donnie, you got senators.
I have to reiterate, I don't like the risk profile.
Quit obsessing. There's kicking the old boy yet.
Well, I guess I'm a little more conservative than you are, Senator.
Tell that to my friends in the upper chamber.
Bye.
Warren, you weren't leaving without saying hello.
Well, when one sees the manager of the Eckworth Fund berating his goddaughter, it's good form to just disappear.
One of Dad's more creative deals.
Anything I can do?
You have $2 million handy?
Sorry. It's my ambition to die without ever liquidating. You know, the world may be a more comprehensible place without Cedric Ross. But it's not as much fun.
This here is our currency desk. Over here.
Another one down in flames?
You want to warm your hands by the fire?
You gonna tell me this isn't a conspiracy to wipe me out?
Suzanne is moving world markets against you.
That's it. 20 laps.
What's with the whiny guy?
He's having a bad day.
For the third day in a row.
Darby, would your group mind grabbing the rope and continuing their tour down the end of the hall, please?
Sure, go ahead. Show you, gents.
Mark, I think the brothers Grimm want you.
Leave it alone. There is no such thing as bad luck, Marty.
Yeah, well, maybe up here in heaven, but down in the trading pit.
How come when you win it's skill, when you lose it's bad luck?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I know you guys, you got all the time in the world with your mega deals, you know, that take centuries to unfold. But I work in tenths of a second. Do you see that? No, of course you didn't. Because I was actually down in the bathroom, I did my duty, flossed my teeth, and I'm back here before you guys even saw me leave. come on, just make the usual threats about how you're going to take away my bonus and how you're going to fire me. Just, let me get back to making money.
We put together a little comparison.
Jack, it's all right. Size isn't everything.
Marty, now listen, if you had taken Susanna's advice last week, you'd be up by, what, $170,000 instead of down by $1.3 million.
Check the stats, boys. Come on. Worry about it when I go 10% below the trading account. Which, anybody at all?
You never have.
Never have, no. Okay, so, well then, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen.
Yep. You certainly scared him straight.
He's making money, right?
Yeah, he's trading options on a futures contract.
Well, you see, a man cuts down a tree, takes it to the pulp mill. Pulp mill makes paper, and then they sell the paper.
Well, the option value fluctuates with the value of the futures contract, which varies with the value of the underlying security.
Yeah, but the guy can't make money like that.
Up 780 this hour.
Dollars.
$780,000.
Get me out of here.
Oh, it was nice meeting you, Pete.
It's time for a brew, Donnie.
Bye.
The Cartesian bond paid nothing over 3 years.
Then a $1 million first payment.
Did the Eckworth Fund get that first million?
Yes. My father paid it out.
According to the Eckworth people, but we have no record of that.
Second payment currently due. 4.5 points above prime, fully indexed. $2 million.
That's the one we missed.
The one somebody missed.
I checked with Standard & Poor's and Moody's. Neither of them ever extended a rating on this bond.
Why rate a bogus bond?
There's no proof your father's guilty of anything.
Is there a phone number, address, anything?
Good neighborhood.
I'll call in when I find it.
What do you think?
Cedric liked mazes. It doesn't mean he was a crook.
Oh, Donnie. The system sucks for the little guy. We're nothing but puppets.
I thought you gave up the puppet speech when the union took over the mill.
Well, we're back. I didn't order shooters. Now, fill the damn table with pint jars. Well, after we got that government loan to buy out the mill from your old man.
After he closes it down, yeah.
There's no overtime, no pay hikes, no vacation for 4 years, and then, whoops, new government. They want us off the books, Donnie.
Well, are you still turning a profit?
They don't care. We have to cough up $40 million or they're going to foreclose.
Well, you've come to the right man.
I know. I told him. I said, that Donnie Darby, he's some kind of accountant down there in Toronto, and he's going to get us the right man.
Here's your drink, sir.
Oh, thank you. That's better. Thanks. Beer.
More free advice?
You know, it's my job to lead the horse to water. If he dies of thirst, it's not my problem.
Very new age self-help.
I'm advising we go long on an equity called Xiadex.
Never heard of it.
They make microprocessors for all the big computer manufacturers?
They're about to release their own line of computers.
Do you have any idea how many computer companies go out of business every year?
Yes, Marty, I do. Do you?
Too many.
The way I read the market. Oh, I forgot. You don't read the markets, you feel them. Here, next time I'll use Braille so you can feel my advice.
Feel this!
Sally Ross. Yes, of course I'm all right. You're certain about the address? So, that's all we have to go on. Yes, then. Then there's a problem.
He doesn't even give her a chance.
No. It's normal. He's a trader. She's an analyst.
No, Marty is in a 3-day slump. He's not going to work anything out until he feels like he's king of the hill again.
Hey, quick, grab the table, rack him up.
You can't let them take the mill.
Doug.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Mike, the working guy gets some control over the means of production.
Hey, there's nothing pukier than a rich kid in a suit talking communist.
Right.
No. Throwing the old bastard a party, I think.
Screw him, I'm not going.
Hey, take my advice. Don't mess with an inheritance.
Screw the inheritance, I'm not going.
The old man's a bit crusty, but he's okay. He dropped by the mill last week. That's how I knew where you worked.
What was he doing up north?
Fishing.
I didn't know you drank beer.
Hey!
How you doing?
It's good, Pete. I'm Pete Makershak. I taught Donnie how to spit, chase women, and drink when he was 17.
I hope he's better at spitting and chasing
women. You know what I mean? Nobody said I was a good teacher.
This came by courier.
Get out.
No.
Loose-suited bastards. Sailing. Golf. Screwing the working guy. Trust funds. Only the finest schools, right?
Excuse me. My prostate ain't what it used to be.
Jack, the government's foreclosing on the mill. They need refinancing.
Good, that's right up your alley.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, because, he still thinks of me as some snot-nosed little kid.
Wipe your nose.
Okay.
Grow up.
You can do it.
All right. See you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We are not authorizing a $2 million interest payment.
You have a better way to fend off an investigation?
Let the OSC investigate. They'll find out what you did, a vacant lot. The Eckworth Fund made a bad business decision. They're going to pay for it.
My father sold him the Cartesian bond.
You have proof of that?
We have a moral obligation.
We have a moral obligation to our clients not to pay off every stray debt on the street.
Marty,
I know. Make money today.
we need $2 million in the current account by close.
If I liquidate now, it'll be at the bottom of the market.
So get off the bottom.
Today's objective, make up for yesterday's carnage. I want everyone focusing on high momentum day trades. Anyone not up by noon has to go sit in Jansky's closet.
One at a time. That's the rule.
What? Oh, God. Just the regular double. Leave me alone. Why isn't my phone ringing?
Because your parole officer isn't in yet.
Do you ever think of self-hypnosis?
I'm waiting for the punchline, Kathy.
Okay. This is just a suggestion, because it really works for me. Well, you're a very instinctual guy, right?
Right.
Instinct lives in, like, the inner subconscious, you know?
Oh.
Hypnotism unlocks the untapped you of your inner subconscious. It's like, well, I read this article. Actually, no, maybe it was an ad or something. Okay, well, there are all these stories about all these people who were able to focus in on their inner selves, and they were able to find things that they'd lost. And that.
Get that, man.
Well, sure, dear. I'd be happy to.
It's
Waiting for
very powerful.
Oh, wait, what can I tell you? So long as the interest
No,
rate
you just want to
spikes,
watch me cluck like a
babies are
chicken.
itching.
No.
Shouldn't you put your people on this? What do you call them? Forensic compliance?
They have to report to the exchange. And we don't want the OST shutting us down because my father issued a fake bond.
So you want me to link your father with this Cartesian bond?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to a couple buddies and find out if the fraud squad knows anything about it.
They won't end up pounding on my door.
I'll be smooth.
Smooth as silk.
Now what?
Ask yourself a simple yes or no. If it twirls clockwise, it's yes. Counterclockwise, no. Back and forth, I do not know. To and fro means I do not wish to answer the question at this time.
What if it swings up and hits him in the face?
Then it's a girl.
This is not magic, it's science. It taps into the inner you and to what you already know.
Should I take a long position on Felt River Resources?
Adam's gonna love this one.
Clockwise means yes.
Test question. Pendant fails.
It's not the pendant, it's your subconscious.
Yeah, Felt River is a turkey. Okay, people. Back to Earth. Alrighty, let's try buying up euro dollars. S&P index looks pretty good to me.
I can't eat anything.
I can't take your breath.
Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm trying to evaluate the depreciation of non-performing assets.
I'm busy.
Okay, then, thanks for the gum.
It doesn't do anything unless you put it in your mouth and chew.
Donnie, you got that name for me?
Susanna, could you give us a moment, please?
I've got a projection running.
Okay. Thank you. Pete, I've given this considerable thought, and I really think that, well, I know that we're the best firm to float your debt.
This outfit? You got a big wheel, can handle it.
Me.
You?
I'm not an accountant. I'm in corporate finance.
Donnie, you just got kicked out of your office by a computer program.
Oh, yeah, I was being polite.
Polite? Donnie, I like you, you know that. But when it comes to money, I'm looking for gray hair, a suit, somebody with the wisdom of Solomon.
Solomon, that's wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, someone who can stand up to the likes of your old man, which you could never do.
I've been working on a couple of models for structuring a...
Donnie! Kids work on models. Have you got a name for me?
Adam Cunningham. He's our senior partner.
Good.
Fraud Squad traces Cartesian bonds to the Turks and Caicos, whatever the hell that is.
They're tax havens. Well, did it disappear?
Yeah, but, oh, here. He gave me this. It's a local number.
Any names?
You mean Cedric Ross? No.
Yeah. Hi, I'm calling about the Cartesian bond.
Ask for Cedric.
No, who's in charge of that? All right. It's an answering service. Why are you talking to me about this? Why don't you go talk to your client?
Look, I talked to a buddy of mine in homicide.
About Cedric?
Yeah. Investigation's dead.
Yeah. It was a random carjacking.
Did you know that the stun gun that killed Cedric was doubled up?
Well, those psycho kids just probably wanted to watch somebody fry.
No, man, come on. There's only a couple guys in the whole city who could double up a stun gun.
Well, why didn't the cops run that one down?
Good question. Look, all my buddy says is, word came down, back burner the case.
Oh, man. All of a sudden, we're on a grassy knoll.
Hey, you gotta tell me here, what do I do?
This is where I say let it go, then you get all principled, make me feel like a jerk.
Thanks for nothing.
Don't tell Sally about that thing, about the stun gun thing, until you get some concrete evidence.
Well, Donald's arguments are compelling. I think there are other ways to raise capital. Steve, how do you feel about this lapel?
That's what we're doing now.
Like what other ways?
Well, actually, I'm thinking of an equity issue. How do you feel about these buttons?
That's what we're doing now.
Me, I got the same suit I got off the rack when I first got married.
Just selling debt would allow the workers to keep control of the mill.
Well, if you decide to do business with Gardner Ross, Mr. Mackershak, we'll certainly consider all these options very carefully.
I knew I could count on you, Donnie. Okay there, Adam. You're hired.
Oh, Mr. Mackershak. Thanks. Donald, first rule, don't sell debt at 3.5%, and we can get 6 selling equity.
Sure.
Oh, yes. Vivian's very open-minded and adventurous.
Obviously, Gardner Ross spends too much on appearances.
It's an answering service, taking messages.
All of our escorts are sensuous, Mr. Bird.
What kind of messages?
Well, for those particular tastes, I would recommend a Raven.
Excuse me.
Yeah, on your credit card? Yeah, have a wonderful time. Pervert.
We're making inquiries into something called the Cartesian bond.
You got a warrant?
We need a warrant?
Swifty Plumbing, we're freaks for leaks.
Why do we need a warrant?
Well, we'll send somebody over directly. Yeah. Look, I can't give out information about clients.
No, of course. Not for free, anyway.
So she wants a bribe.
It's worth a shot.
Okay. How much?
50.
20.
Brown hair, thinning, great voice, very distinguished, don't have a name, paid in advance with cash, and a
20.
That's the guy.
Oh, jeez!
Felt River just halted trading.
Wow, freaky, huh?
Halted? All right, why is it halted? Check the wire. It's going to be because it's headed straight for the center of the Earth.
Well, then your magic pendant should have told you to take a short position.
It's not magic. It's science. Got it. Fearing leaks, Felt River Resources announced this morning that early drill samples from their Java property show gold.
Check the board.
It's bigger than Bree X.
Me? Why me?
Hey, good news is your subconscious was right.
What am I supposed to think?
Gotta judge the source. All right, let me ask you this. If your father stole $30 million, where is it? Exactly. You tycoon types, you're so fast to connect the dots.
Tycoon tapes?
Sometimes there's not even dots, but you're in there connecting them.
Why?
What?
Why is it so difficult for you to accept that my dad was crooked?
Because it feels wrong. If your father was such a bad man, how come he raised you so well?
Just before he died, he warned me that there are things I shouldn't know about.
Hey, you ready to go? Yeah, sure. You, want to check something out, right?
Yeah.
It's lunch is on the first.
Oh. Okay, thanks, thanks. Lunch.
Well, good with. Very gentle.
Now, what I'm proposing, and they issue shares on the market, and these shares are actually going to be owned by the union members.
Hey, we keep your way, we get rich.
Well, hardly rich.
Well, maybe not in your lights, but in Baylor's Falls, 6 figures buys an awful lot of bait.
Look at them. I mean, look at them. Poor Pete doesn't even know what he's up against.
He's up against Adam.
Yeah, he's probably trying to sell him on some 24-karat golden parachute or something.
You're smarter than Adam.
Yeah, right.
You just gotta grow up and face him like a man. Cute, huh?
Is that a twitch? Could it?
That's the kid?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like an electronics whiz.
He got his career training in juvie.
Electronics 101, how to pump up a stun gun.
Yeah.
Hold back, I'll scream if I need you.
All right. Have fun.
Hey, fellas, up to no good, huh? Hey, Buzz, what's going on? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Big shot banker living the high life.
Done. 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 Done.
Swish! Oh, yes! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back!
Who's back? I think I am. Did you hear? I'm back. I'm back. Oh, how much you want for this? How much?
Well, it cost me $11.99 plus postage and handling.
Good enough. Take that. What the? Take this. Take that all. Take it all. I'm back. I'm so back. It's scary. It scares me. I'm so back.
Where was it? As soon as I can. Yeah. These pills guts?
No. Kid's jail smart, but I mentioned Cedric Ross's eyes turned to marbles. The cops talked to him? No. You think he killed Cedric? I don't know.
Jack, could I speak to you? Adam, he stole my deal.
No, you didn't. Now you want me to help you get it back?
Well, it's because he doesn't care what happens to those people up there.
It's like all the angels in heaven could be on your side. It still wouldn't work out. Well, hold on a second. This guy's supposed to be your best buddy. What happened?
Adam is the senior partner, in case you hadn't noticed.
He didn't get there by deferring to his elders.
Okay, would you back me up if I went up?
No. Do it yourself. You can do it.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late. Where are we?
Out of the Eckworth Fund of $30 million.
You found proof?
Adam found it in terminated accounts.
Yeah, Gardner Ross was nothing more than the agent acting on behalf of a shell company.
Who were the principals?
Just one. Me. Sally Ross Securities. It's a tax shelter that my father set up on the day I was born.
So Gardner Ross is free of any liability.
Sally personally owes $2 million?
$32 million. My father left me on the hook for $32 million.
And what did you call it, Sally? Moral?
How do you factor fixed charges into an inventory?
I really don't have time.
No, I just need help on the assets to sales.
Why don't you just do it Adam's way?
Yeah, why don't you do everything Marty's way? It's because he treats you like nothing. And Adam treats me like nothing. It seems to me we could just help each other out. I mean, don't you think so?
It's a two-way street. You'll owe me. Okay. You keep trying to value the mill like it was a widget factory. The mill itself isn't worth much. It's the timber. Lumber's going for what?
75 to 100 per cubic meter, depending on quality.
Okay, that times the estimated yield from the cutting rights. How many hectares?
Sector 4, which they started in about 8 years ago when I worked there.
You were a logger?
Yeah, a summer mill hand, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best job I ever had.
Well, we're gonna have to find out what their projected hinterland's gonna be.
How?
The same way you find out anything to do with the government. Disgruntled civil servants.
Okay.
That mean? The Great Ravine has spoken.
Means we go long in Kenderson Cable, right?
That's what your subconscious is telling you.
Oh my God, Miss Kathy, get the coffee's running the floor. Hey, she's Marty Svengali.
20,000 straight at the market. Boom, boom, boom.
Senator, it's not too late to reconsider. Even if we wait a couple of days, the difference is going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Alas, my dear, liquidity is my first concern.
Well, I've started getting out of your Kenderson Cable holdings. Such a large sell order is going to drive the market down. Doesn't matter how sneaky I am about it, okay?
How far down? I anticipated much worse.
I'm pretty sneaky.
And when will the liquidation be complete?
Just before the end of close today. But please call me if you reconsider. Oh, boy.
Top drawer.
Your broker doesn't look happy.
Neither do you. Can I help?
I'm afraid this is outside even your purview.
Sally?
$2 million?
That should cover the Cartesian interest payments. And do me a favor, don't log it until the market closes today. The Cartesian bond was a rather unorthodox investment vehicle put together by your father and myself.
Warren, how could you have let my father pull you into this?
No. On the contrary, it was I who approached your father on behalf of others. The issue, it was not a fraud.
Warren, please.
Sally, if Cedric hadn't died, the Eckworth Fund would have received all the benefits from the Cartesian bond as laid down in the contract. Can I count on your discretion in this matter?
Discretion is warranted.
It was for CSIS. The $30 million was seed money to cover a covert investment fund.
CSIS was running a case file on my father.
Well, of course we were. After all, he was overseeing $207 million of our money. And we were wondering if you might not consider taking over the job.
What?
Will you continue to act as a front for the fund, as your father did?
If I say no?
And we'll just provide you with the money to buy back the bond.
Nobody's hurt, nobody cries. I'll have to get back to you on that.
That's exactly what your father said. I'll show myself out.
Mom, I'm sorry. I just don't understand. Why would he want me there? He can't stand the sight of me, Mom. Yeah. Well, you'll be fine without me. Look, I gotta go. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay. Yeah. Look, I really gotta go. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. I'm thinking of setting up a $2 million credit facility.
I think you should reconsider.
Up or down?
Why don't you go see your father receive his award?
Well, he can't disown me, then expect me to play along every time he wants to trot up the happy family, right?
Well, what about your mother?
Darby! Lock and load. The line waits in his den.
Okay, any last-minute advice?
Not really.
Okay, wish me luck.
Don't let Adam bait you. Back from Baylor Falls.
Okay. Any more advice you don't want to give?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Well, my guys haven't had wage hikes in over 6 years.
Well, in the first day's trading, their stock's going to double in value.
My numbers take into account the need to get more money to the workers. It's just that Table 3 shows a proxy of equity value at 4% of earnings before taxes, interest, and depreciation, less debt, a bonus pool.
Incentive.
Right.
Did you make sure you thought of everything?
He thought of everything himself.
Direct export opportunities?
Japan, Malaysia.
And the move into oriented strand board?
Within 3 years.
Value-added products in high-growth markets?
White top linerboard production.
Okay.
Whew. Well, this is very competent work, Donald.
You're a smart kid. Put him anywhere in the middle. Pick up the job in half a day.
Nonetheless, I'm afraid I still have to recommend the issuance of common stock.
What about the likelihood of being swallowed up by another company?
Well, I think that might be more pertinent if the mills had more attractive cutting rights.
I'd kind of like my advisors to agree.
Yeah, well, we can agree on this point. Adam's plan means more fees for Gardner Ross. Mine is better for the workers.
I think under the circumstances, you can probably go to your office, Donald. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, what our young friend says here, Pete, if I may call you Pete, is absolutely true. Gardner Ross will make more money. But only if you make more money. And that's the bottom line. Now, as to the tangible benefits to the workers, why don't we take an objective look at the reality of issuing common stock?
Is that right? $2 million? That's a lot of zeros.
Case closed, right? You should be paying me a fee.
You don't believe him?
CSIS slush fund.
So what do you think it's about?
I don't know. Maybe the senator was my father's partner in the scam.
Then why would he ask you to administer the slush fund?
And there's another thing. Reich might have found someone who knows something about Cedric's death.
Who? Why didn't you say anything?
Sally, there's nothing concrete.
I want to know.
I might have found the kid that killed your dad.
So turn him in.
It doesn't stop there.
Someone's putting pressure on the cops to stop the investigation.
They want me to check into Senator Warren Bishop.
This is your thing. Whispers in corridors.
Dirty deals, done dirt cheap.
Please, Adam.
Marty.
You're smart, aren't you, Susanna? Maybe you can solve this naughty problem for me.
Uh-huh.
Well, if God is all-powerful, can he create a stone so big that even he cannot move it?
That's a tough one, Marty.
You see, Susanna, if you can answer a simple question like that, then maybe I might take your advice in more complex financial matters.
It's merely a paradox. And a paradox, by definition, is a semantic illusion. Remove the illusion, and there is no paradox. And the question is meaningless. Like most of your questions. Now, about this Kenderson Cable issue you're pursuing.
Oh, you would like an explanation? I don't have one. The recommendation comes straight from my subconscious. You're getting very sleepy, Susanna.
There's a movement in the market.
How heavy are we into Kenderson Cable?
Big. We've been going in at 20,000 every half hour since the market opened.
Ooh, and I snap my fingers. You will have a sense of humor.
Marty, I think you should listen to Susanna's recommendation.
No, didn't work.
You know, your subconscious this one.
Listen to Susanna. She's right.
Yes, we've only just got back on top again.
The pendulum method is only an indicator, Marty. It's like, to focus you only when you've got nothing else to go on.
Yeah, well, you know what it's indicating to me? It's indicating to me that we should put another 50,000 straight.
I'll register my recommendation. You do what you want.
Marty, take the recommendation.
And you want to pitch in? Then start buying Kenderson Cable. If not, get the hell out of my face!
Robert, there's a little question of some sensitivity that I'd like to run by you.
On what subject?
My former partner.
Cedric?
Uh-huh.
What about him?
I was wondering how you might feel about his absence.
I work for CSIS, Adam, not the CIA. Try being more direct.
Look, Sally can't manage your fund. I could do it for you. I mean, frankly, I was surprised you didn't think of me first.
There is no secret CSIS slush fund, Adam. Unless you count the coffee kitty.
So is Cedric under investigation?
I could not possibly speak to that.
Senator Warren Bishop?
I could not possibly speak to that. Why would we ever want to investigate someone as publicly spirited as the good senator?
You know, Robert, I'm afraid we're going to have to make this all public. Will that be all right with you?
The light of public scrutiny. We have nothing to hide. Good game.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Father.
Well, can we go to your office?
I've only got a couple minutes.
In that case, I'll come to the point. It's a big moment for me. I expect you to be there to share it.
What were you doing up in Baylor Falls?
Fishing. North Fork of the Glade, steelhead.
And you went up to the mill, what, for old time's sake?
You're my only son. If you're not there, people will wonder.
No, sir.
No, sir, what?
No, sir, I won't be attending.
You damn well will be there.
No, sir.
I know you. You couldn't do this to your mother.
You believe him?
For the most part.
For the most part.
If Cesis had something to hide, Robert would have found some way to stop us from going to the media.
There is no slush fund. The senator's lying.
So was my father a crook or a dupe or some kind of hero? I mean, what are you falling for Bishop Cesis crap?
Absolutely. Warren Bishop was Cedric's oldest friend. Trusted him implicitly.
Give me your toy phone there.
Harrington said that...
He implied.
Cedric was asking the same questions that we're asking now.
Son of a bitch. The kid.
I'm talking to his probation officer right now.
Warren always had kids on probation over at his house, you know, painting, walking the dog.
Come on, I give to the Firefighters Benevolent Fund. Does that make me an arsonist? Hey, look, I just can't keep Pete Makrashak waiting any longer.
Buzz worked for the senator.
The Senator Bishop and my father killed.
If you'll excuse me, I do have a deal to close.
We have to go to the police.
Give him what?
The kid.
Sally, the kid's in a street gang. If he sees the cops, he'll go dead silent.
Then he won't see the cops.
It's not going to turn around, Marty.
We should close it down.
Trust my subconscious. I trust my subconscious.
You're quitting.
Hard to tell. I may have just been fired.
First, look at this.
Fishing my ass.
The media release goes out next week. Don't you think you better tell our client? Okay.
And here.
One thing at a time, Adam.
Excuse me.
Just a minute, Donald.
No, I've got some new information.
Oh, come on, Donnie. The best man won, that's all.
Pete. Can you honestly imagine my father up north fishing? He wants the mill, and if you sign this, you're just giving it away to him.
Hardly giving it away. He'll be paying full market price.
Yeah, well, based on this deal, full market price will be giving it away to him.
Donald, these numbers are fair.
Except now we know what my father knows. Pete, the government's gonna give you Sector 7.
Slap my ass. That's all white pine, white gold.
Sure, with a tree hugger lashed every trunk.
So, now what?
Now we consider Mr. Darby's original proposal.
I concur. Congratulations. Good for you.
Look, maybe I should talk to him.
The kid's got to go up against the senator. Might as well talk to somebody in a decent suit.
Oh, no.
What the hell just happened?
Somebody just dumped 500,000 shares on the market.
Who?
It was me, idiot.
What? Why would you do that?
Following my client's orders?
Oh, you are so fired!
Oh, come on, Marty. You've got no grounds. If she had told you, you'd both go to jail.
I told you to listen to Susanna, not your magic pendant.
Then you're fired.
I kept telling everybody it's not magic. I told him. Hey, you saw me. I told him.
All right. You're not fired yet. How bad's the damage?
Total loss, 1.26 million.
that boy? Senator Bishop's the one who put in the order for your father's car. He knew about Cedric's heart. That kid didn't mean to kill anyone.
How could I have been so wrong about my father?
You weren't so wrong.
I thought he was a criminal.
You thought it, but you never believed it.
My client has decided to turn himself in and discuss his involvement fully with the authorities.
You gonna nail the senator?
I can't really discuss the particulars.
It was my father that you killed.